Question for you: what would you do with an extra $100 per day? Let me know in the comments, because in this video I'm going to share my very boring strategy that makes me $100 per day. But you have to follow through this entire video so that you get to know each and every step that I use for me to be able to trade this particular strategy. Now, if you've followed me for a while, you know that I share my payouts right here on the channel. And guys, this is the same exact strategy that I use to actually be able to get those payouts. So you can be able to make this strategy your money-making machine. So let's get into it, shall we? Now guys, this is a very simple and boring strategy as well, because if you know the market very well, you know that it either moves in this direction, which we would call an uptrend, or the market can actually move in this particular direction, which we would call maybe a consolidation, or we could call it an accumulation, where it is just moving sideways. It's not moving up and neither is it moving down. Or else the market can actually move in this direction, which we would call a downtrend. So basically, these are the three market movements when it comes to the structure of the market. So it can move in either of these ways. Now, number one, this strategy, I like to trade it on the 10-minute time frame. So this is a time frame I trade it. You can trade it any time of the day. It doesn't restrict you on exactly when to trade it. So I like to trade it on the 10-minute time frame, and this is where I look to actually take my setups. So basically, this is what you're going to do. You are going to add two major indicators on your chart, and the first indicator is this right here, called the moving average colored EMA by Ripple 32. So you go ahead and add this particular indicator. And then another one I like to use is this one called Trend Magic by Glass. So basically, once you add these two indicators, they are what we are going to use. So right now I'm on the 10-minute time frame. So basically what I like to do, first and foremost, maybe for this EMA, I like to use the 21 exponential moving average. So basically, when I come to the settings, I basically go to the inputs, and I'm sure as you add it, because for me, I already have it. So I like to use the EMA length as 21 because I want to use the 21 EMA. So basically, you change your settings and change that, and then click OK for you to have your chart looking something like this. So basically, how you trade this, you like to trade, or basically you want to actually enter your trades, especially once price crosses this 21 EMA. But of course, I like to be a trend follower, because when it comes to trading, the trend is always your friend. So basically, to help me do this, I like to use this other indicator, which is the Trend Magic indicator. So basically what this enables me see is the exact trend we are in at that very moment. So we can see that previously it has been this uptrend. You can clearly see that, and right now price is just consolidating. So what I would go ahead and do is basically, if we play price at this moment, we can clearly see that we are still in this consolidation. So once prices crosses this particular EMA, which is showing in green and red, this is when I would look to take action, but only trade in the direction of the trend. So let's try and play price and see. So since we're in an uptrend, I basically want to only take longs in this case. So I go ahead. So we can clearly see that price has actually, crossed, moving to the upside, which is the trend that we are in. And I like this crossing to actually have some kind of fair value gap. And this is basically the fair value gap that price has left us. So you can see that. So I like to use this, and basically what I do, for some traders, or for some people, they like to enter in this fair value gap. But for me, what I like to do, if I can replay this back, if I'm also to zoom in here, so what I like to do is to use this 3 candle pattern. I like to actually use my fib tool, and when I'm to make my entry or take my entry, I would enter on the 50% level. So this would be the 50% level right here. So this is exactly where I would enter this trade and basically target any highs above a 1 to 2. So any highs, any previous highs. So if we are to look back in history, we can clearly see that there are some highs right here. So I would actually look to take these highs at this level. So this is the level of the previous highs. So I basically look to take the highs out because price is most likely going to come for those highs. So let's try and zoom back in and play price to see if it taps us into this trade. So let's play price. Okay, so price has just tapped us in right there, and it's moving to our TP. Guys, remember I'm trading this on the 10-minute time frame, and boom, price has just hit TP. So this is exactly how you trade this particular strategy. Number one, remember we trade it on the 10-minute time frame, and then number two, basically you wait for the trend to actually show. If we are in an uptrend, that's exactly where you need to stay. You need to only take trades when price crosses the 21 EMA in the direction of the trend. So for this particular example, it crossed in the upward direction with a fair value gap as it was crossing. So this is exactly a signal for you to actually enter at the 50% level. Do not forget that, because once you trade it this way, you'll be amazed by the results you're going to be getting in your trading. Well, that's the strategy. That's everything about this boring strategy. Hope you guys found this video very helpful, and in case you did, please like the video, because this enables this message reach to more other people like you that want these kinds of strategies. And if you're a beginner and you feel overwhelmed on exactly how to determine the market direction, I created this video that I believe will enable you to point you in the right direction, especially if you're starting to use indicators.